Dilly 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 dee. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Mama Ann. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Mama Lovey. Good morning, Queen. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing? How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? How I'm starting late and being late? Cause y'all called me Heavy D this morning because I got you waiting, anticipating, got you thinking. I want your love. Oh, I'm in a Heavy D kind of mood this morning. What about you, Bub? Bun dilly dilly diddly 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 dee. What you know about Bun diddly dee? Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? How are you guys doing this morning? Crazy Cat Mama, how you doing? How you doing? Charlie Rancher, how you doing this morning? This morning, send prayers out and love out for our sister Tina. And she called me last night and said she was going through, so we're going to send her love. And we're going to send her prayers, y'all. That's what we're going to do for our sister in her absence this morning. Big Bad Wolf, how you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Come on, like Mr. Rogers, still putting your stuff on. Look, I do have a shirt on. I don't want to make it seem like I don't. You got my own. Good morning to you. We're all in our places. Put your socks on and stuff. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. You ever been in a car like that? You done got in the car, you got breakfast, your makeup. Say, I got breakfast, my makeup. I got the phone. I got the phone. I'm talking through speaker. I'm driving. I'm rolling up. Say, hey, you are doing a lot. You ever looked in somebody's car and thought, you doing a lot? And then looked over and what you was doing in your car. I'm like, mind your own damn business. I love in the morning. See, when I'm in rush hour, because I got an attention deficit, and I'm very impatient when it comes to certain things. And me sitting in traffic, not moving, that ain't one of the things I can do. My patience is zero to that. So whenever I've got stuck in traffic, I like to play what I call "What You Doing." I like to look over in the next car just to see what they doing, and the things you see from people digging in their nose. You know what I mean? Some people making out so much you think, I'm glad we stopped. Cause I'm gonna need you to pull over and park it. I mean, go to make out point, do whatever you got to do. But I need you to get off this road. There's some people in there, like I said, they rolling up. Some people already blowing, they done rolled it up already. Some people, like I said, they do something digging in their nose. And then they looking at it. You say, you're nasty. And where are you putting that? Like, I don't want to get in your car ever. Ever. Mama Ann, I don't ever want to get in your car. Like, what else you got on the phone? You see somebody cutting somebody out in the car. You see somebody talking and you hope they on speakerphone because it look like they talking to themselves. I don't know because you don't hear it. Sometimes you hear their conversation and they getting cussed out. I mean, the great things I see when looking in rush hour in people's cars. Like I say, you look over, somebody got their whole rearview mirror down, they doing their whole makeup and driving a little bit, and you say, girl, now girl, I can see if you had to put on a little lipstick, maybe add some mascara, but you are doing a whole facial in your car. Somebody still got their hair stuff and they taking it down. They are actually doing their hair, they pinning it up, girl, in the car. In the car. Somebody's changing clothes. I've done that before. Oh, I'm guilty. Oh, I'm guilty of I've had to do a little bit of clothes changing. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. I ain't even told y'all what I was changing my clothes about yet. You know what I'm saying? But I was changing my clothes in the car. It's happened. It's happened. Full wardrobe change while driving. Now, children, young, unexperienced drivers, do not try this at home. Do not. This stunt is not made for just anybody. The amateurs cannot do it. They cannot do it. Dana, good morning, says. Good morning. Yes, yes. Prayers for Tina. Yes, prayers for Tina. Prayers for our Emma Lou. We pray for each other daily. We send love to each other daily. I'm sending good energy, good vibes to you daily. You know what I mean? I ain't got time to send you negative vibes. I don't have time. I'm sending you good vibes. And we shooting, like the shorties when somebody in jail, it's free them to they home. Free them to they back. Everything with them is free Pookie. Free Pookie to your home. Free Pookie to your back. You know what I mean? And we hollering at Malou till she home. And we letting her know we love you every day. Every day. Every day. Thanks, sis. Like I said, when it comes to us as a team, as a one, you know what I mean, a unit. With one of us in the building, we are all in the building. I feel your presence. I hold your presence. I tell you, in my mind, I carry him in my heart. Sweet potato. Oh, oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, wow. Mm. We sending prayers, sis. We sending prayers to your family, to you. We are definitely sending that. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm blessed that you all did find Lucky a home. And I can only imagine off of his name and off the fact that I know you all did good, that not only did he find a home that he needed, they needed him. And so they were meant at that moment to meet each other. So, oh, nothing but prayers, sis. So sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Good morning, Dion. Good morning, Dion. How are you doing? How are you doing this morning? Yes. Well, yes. I believe it. I'm in the messages. Yes. Oh, well. Hmm. That's why I tell people you ain't got to be a preacher. You ain't got to be religious to know that time is of the essence. There's no time like the present. You know, whatever you do, there's no time like it. Mm. Tomorrow is the gift. You know, so count yourself fortunate today because that meant if tomorrow is the gift, that meant today is one. Because yesterday somebody was saying tomorrow is a gift, and we standing in it. That's what I tell people. People act like I'm trying to buck for saying and never did. Matter of fact, it's the sinner in me. It's the wrong in me, the bad in me that let me know being better. Not thinking the world decided with me that it was all gonna change. Not saying that I ain't never did wrong or I may never do wrong again. It's realizing just that time waits for no one. It don't care. And when you standing in your judgment, it don't even care what nobody else did. It don't care what they did. It's what did you do because of it. Because then that's what you accountable for. And I just want to be okay with whatever I'm doing completely. Not because I don't care. Because I'm just okay completely with what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Oh wow. They were meant for each other. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes. Oh, we on lunch. What you having for lunch? Cause you know I got to know. Mm-hmm. That's such a blessing. That's a blessing for the pup and the owner, the new owner. And that's the blessings of fur babies. They are emotional support, and for a time, for a period. And I know as a fur owner, a fur baby owner, and lover of the fur babies all over the world. Um, I know that your biggest fear is that if you leave, they don't get a good home, that they end up in a shelter or they end up in that's a fear. So that's a blessing, you know. And like you said, she's at peace. She's not suffering no more, and that don't make up for us on earth who will miss her. You know what I mean? Your family, that don't make up for that. Um, but that's the truth. And it's just like we grateful for those we gotta be thankful for those who were lost for their time here, whatever it was. You know what I mean? But yeah. Mm. And I hate to go into something else, you know, but uh, hmm definitely a blessing. Orange kitty. Um, but yeah, YouTube yesterday. I really got caught I've been in the saga of the Jaguar, and I just want to say some things to make sure this is very clear. Don't get me wrong. I, like most people who, I'm not a comedian. I'm not about to sit here and say I am. I am just someone maybe witty with a sense of humor and all that. But like most comedians, they've been through a lot of tragedy or things and they turned that pain into joke. That is the way I have lived my life. I've taken things that were so sometimes it may seem like I'm being insensitive. I'm not. I want that to be known. I'm not. I'm not. But it's only so much dwelling. First of all, I'm not a therapist. And according to Jag, she only has PTSD and anxiety. But her actions say different. But I'm not a doctor. So I can't diagnose her and I won't. I'm not. I'm not. But I do want to make sure that I say that. But and it's so many moving parts to that story that's sad. Like it's even when you think of the girl, Legina, whatever's got her to what she's doing now. So even if it's all because she's just playing the system of the internet, the system of the World Wide Web, it's sad because it opens the door for other copycats to want to do that, and it closes the door to when real people are coming to tell you a real story. You know what I mean? It closes the door to people even listening. Um, but this was something I was like, oh, I cannot. Because even if I was just a subscriber and I was in chats and we were talking about it, oh, we'd be talking about it because it's too rich. It is too much. It is too much. And I do feel bad for her. I feel bad because it's like wasted talent. Nobody is really talking about you for your music other than to let people know that you were a good singer and that you have vocals, like you are talented. You know what I mean? Like that's how people talking about your singing. Is people don't even know and they shouldn't know your name off this. Like this shouldn't be like what is like her is that she got on the internet acted a zip damn fool. She came on here and she dogged out Jay, Puff, all these people. Then she went over to YouTube and she started being her and her husband, and she spewed. And when she got into it with Tasha K and Storm Monroe, she did this and she did that. I mean, she was leaving town because she was swearing Storm Monroe was coming to attack her when she was getting into it with Storm Monroe, and that was 2 years ago. So when I saw all this going on now, I'm like, oh my God, Jag is on fire. She had went away for a few months. You remember because Toxic Diamond had told her she saw Jaguar walking down the streets of Las Vegas with a shopping cart, going crazy. She disappeared for a couple of months, but then Goomba came when he was Goomba, and he was in Night and Day's chat. He would come in there. He had came in Fisher King Payne's chat one day, just saying because he was saying like, "How is my friend? I haven't heard from her." And he was like, "Oh, she good. She just kind of want to get off this a little bit, step back from this a little bit." I remember that. So, like I said, when she came back, and she came back and she was back over there with Nosy. I was like, okay, she back. But then I said, I see Jag coming back like exactly how she was, but 2.0, because now she felt like she was the celebrity. So even like yesterday, people on here, for my name, they using my name for clickbait. They using my name. Girl, your name is mud. Like, sadly, it is, and I'm not saying because it's terrible people out there. They got people that vouch for them, people that love them. So I'm not saying no, they ain't people who love you. It ain't people who still rooting for you. I'm still rooting for you. I'm still rooting for you. But I knew from the moment you took us, from the moment you were doing lives saying, that you gonna confess your husband's sins. You can't confess your husband's sins. Like like we are feeding the beast. Like we are creating the giant. This mythical, magical beast you becoming, we are making it. But I knew that day. I said, "Oh, this ain't gonna be a good day for Jag." Like I could tell this day is going downhill fast. So first we got her on there, and we got baby Jag, Legina, reading off the internet charts to her. hmm hmm But not explaining to any of us who don't know what you're doing, what exactly it is you're doing. So we're just listening to you read. But from that live, then the next one was I'm going. So when she was on that live, she said, "I'm going live at noon. And if Gerald hasn't done A, B, and C, I'm going to confess his sins." I said, "Girl, wait, you confessing his sins? And wait, when you're saying he needs to confess his sins, who is he confessing them to? You or the internet?" I need to know. I'm asking for a friend. Joe B and Joe, how you doing? I'm asking for a friend. I need to know, like, who are we confessing these sins to? So after that live, then like I said, she's all over the place. She's on Sean's live. She comes up there. Then Goomba comes up on Sean's live. So that's part one of the it's going down. She's already since the night before been saying he got a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend. Is it he or her? Is it this person? I mean, she's all over the board. So like I said, by that night, by the time I'm watching her on Official King Pains the night before last, when I'm watching her, I'm thinking, this is about to this is gonna explode. And sometimes what we call entertainment, what we call good TV or whatever, or whatever, um, what we call lit. We gotta know if it's lit, it's on fire. And if it's something on fire, something's burning. You got to know that. So even if I got a good chuckle, goo, laugh, even if I got a good whatever it brought, it's on them, whatever it was that went on. So to me, this is how I look at it in some real life on some player shit. In real life, as much as we could say about the other woman, or, here's where it's wrong. It's wrong that all this is playing out on the internet. But like in real life, when you get up with a man who was with a woman for a long time, and they just broke up with them, your biggest fear is them going back to them because you know they might not be over them. So if that happens, forget if it happened on TV or off TV or on the internet or off the internet. That shit gonna sting. That shit gonna sting. But then for it to happen on the internet, yeah, it's a hell of a sting. But here's where you got to take control of your life and say, you know what? This might be a show, but I'm not gonna be in the circus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could be a show, but I'm gonna hang up. Y'all can have this one without me. And matter of fact, because I know if I watch it, I'm gonna respond because I'm human. But if I don't watch it, then to each his own or whatever you out here saying. But she didn't. She decided she'd come on and spew shit that's gonna trigger the masses. And here's what I'm saying. The shit she was saying about old girl and her kids and old girl and her abuse, those wouldn't be things. Okay, the things with the woman and her abuse would only explain where she had insecurities and stuff. So they would be more like justifications to whatever it is you're saying she does bad with herself. The thing with her kids is, Hunty, you keep on telling us this woman got your husband on drugs. You keep saying that. And because she didn't respond, first of all, you spewing out so much shit, I wouldn't have responded to none of it neither. Because no matter what I would have said, you either wouldn't have heard me or you wouldn't believe me. And you're just spewing. So, but you say she got your husband on drugs. But you admit to us that the whole time your husband was with you, he was on drugs. So it sounds like your husband just do drugs because he wants to. Sounds like your husband's a drug addict. So whether he with somebody or not with somebody, he gonna be on drugs. Because you told us he does drugs. You told us he does fentanyl, he does C, he does, you know what I'm saying? He do exos, he do this, he do, you know what I mean? He on Brittany, he on, you know what I'm saying, Lindsay, he do it all, you know what I'm saying? That's what you told us. You didn't tell, and then you told us you were sending your husband to greatness. What greatness? You degrade this man every day, and everybody was acting almost like we was talking about Michelle and Barack Obama breaking up, and Barack was laid up with some other chick, and we couldn't believe that this relationship had ended. No. We're talking about Goomba and Jaguar. And let's see, a week ago, she was in a restaurant offering to deep throat a man for some curry chicken. A week before that, she was in Chicago rolling it all over some dude who he was salty about that. A week before that, she was laid up with Solar. So, Hunty, we not acting like a saint. And 2 days before that, she was saying how she was going to suck, pluck, chuck every dude. So, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. So she can do that? So that's okay to do that to your husband? This the husband you taking to greatness? The husband who we watched you sit and talk about all the D you've rolled, sucked, and plucked? What greatness was you taking him to? Because you was taking him straight down, you was emasculating him road. That's the road he was going down. He was going down. I was starting to wonder if he had nuts. I mean, just any just to stand up, to get up and walk away, not to put his hands on you, not to yell at you. Then you say he was going to greatness, but you tell us he was beating your ass, pistol whipping you, beating you every day. That when we didn't see you for months, it's because you were so beat up you couldn't even be seen. You was Quasimodo. What greatness was he going to? You said he ain't got a job and you paid all his bills since the day you met him. What greatness was you sending him to? Where's the greatness? I'm waiting to see it. Where's the greatness? You said he wasn't washing his ass for months. Where's the greatness? You said he wasn't taking his medication and he was, where's the greatness? But last night you said that the night before last, you said that you were sending him to greatness and she interfered with that. When you walked in the police station and got arrested, you said you were going to press charges on your husband, but then you walked in there to press charges on somebody else. The day you were laying in that bed doing that live with Solar laying next to you, you were saying how you were leaving your husband. You were done with him. It was over, you had to let everybody know how abused you had been for months. Hmm? Every secret your husband ever so called told you, you told. Hmm. Well, well. Where were you taking them to greatness again? I need to know. Somebody tell me. Tell me where that's greatness. And even if even if Jag was my best friend, and she was my ace coon boom, she would know. I would sit here and say, girl, let's not lie like you treating that man like shit. You was treating that man like shit. So even if he was shit, you was treating him like shit and you could have been letting him go. But you want ownership of him. You want ownership of him. You want to belittle and have him wrapped around you. You don't want him to have nobody else. No family, nobody. No friends, no nothing. And if we were watching a man do that to a woman, the internet would be on fire. It's just like with Jen Bailey. If we was watching a man have a woman hovered in a corner and she recorded him abuse her, we would be losing our mind. We wouldn't be sitting here making excuses. And some of us would. Some of us would say she deserving. She must have did something. She likes it. Why is she recording it? The same thing they doing with the fellas, but they would go crazy. If we was watching a man sitting in a BBA here, Duran says, if we was watching a man sitting in a car as he talked about all the women he slept with in front of his wife, we'd be saying, oh, why did she put up with that? Girl, he wrong. He couldn't love her and do that. We see Jag do it and we say, oh, well, you know what? It's our mental health. Your mental health cannot make you make other people's mental health go off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all triggers around here. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. And it's triggering because at any point you can go off. You can go off. It can, she in there yelling, April showers, how you doing? She in there spitting out the stuff she's spitting, and she's hurting other people. She hurting people more than just the people she talking to. It's some people who, when they even go to look into Jag, they can't take listening to that. And I don't blame them. It's deep. And it was at one point when I first came on the internet. Let me tell you something. In this here world, I done heard it all. Done heard it all. What people can say, what people will do. Forget what they'll say, what they'll do. Talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. But at the same time, on here, I know it's people, man, you be like, damn, what did they just say? Like, who says that? Who says that about somebody? I'm so mad at you. I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying? This kind of shit. I'm so mad at you. I'm put these kind of allegations on you. Just the internet. But on this here internet, though, you got a better chance of changing things than you do it, sadly, in voting. Because you could stop watching these people and leave them with nothing but, I'm talking about take the hate. If you take the hate watchers away, you say, and leave them with what's loyal to them. And you'll learn that the line is real short. Because most there for the show. Most there for the show. And the ammunition. Because they're going to use this shit against you. The same shit they rooting you on about. But yeah, Daisy, how you doing? Good morning. But yeah, like I said, so as I was watching that, so I knew that when Jaguar went to this police station to go pick up her phone, I knew something was gonna happen. So I didn't know if she was gonna put on another scene and get arrested. I didn't know if they were gonna be like, "Hey, we've been watching you since you left this police station, and girl, You must got us all the way full. You know, F you. They must have her all the way F you because she must have them all the way F you'd, I mean, because that's what I thought. And needless to say they put out Sean said on his, it's called a white warrant, and it's a warrant about your mental health. And so it's saying that right now that you need to be evaluated and checked on to make sure that you are okay, because otherwise you could be a threat to society and yourself. Harm to, and that's the truth, because the thing she's spewing. Come on, y'all. We watched her call a hotline and cuss the lady out for doing her job. And what we saw was that that lady was really doing what she's supposed to do. Because usually when people are on breaks, you are going to get some Jaguar rides. The difference is they're not going to be recording it for the internet. See, that's where insanity meets the 20, you know what I'm saying? Meets the internet. Forget the century we in. It just meets the internet. Because you like, wait, when do you have time in my breakdown to log on? Because if that's the case, just let the log on be the breakdown. Because you're going to see that. There's going to be people who get onto their page. They ain't going to go nowhere. They're going to be sitting right in their house, and they're having a full breakdown in your face. Some are giving you the signs, and I'm at the end of the ropes, right in your face. But she took time to go make calls. We saw that. She called the mayor. We saw that. She called the police station several times and cussed them out after being arrested. I mean, she went in on them. So I thought, they're gonna make an example out of you, because if they don't, you are on the internet saying that their whole town is being flooded with the. If these are facts, they need to get on top of it. And if they're not facts, they got to get on top of you. Because while we taking the manpower to fight something that's not real, we losing manpower on fighting things that are really going on. So, sweetie, I knew something was going to happen. And hopefully she can get the help she needs. But I have a feeling she's just going to do the 1-2 YouTube thing, and she'll just be back on the internet to tell us the story. And she'll tell us of all the great people she met, and the doctors she cussed out, and she'll know everybody's story. She'll know what the doctor did, how he came, he's cheating on his wife. She'll know it all. But just watch. Just wait and see. Just like I told y'all in the very beginning, watch. You wait and see. It's going to that she was going to say about the ashes. She had ashes on reserve. Certainly she did. When we watched her for a year tell us she had it in that Tupperware. Because when people were going in on her, one of the things they were saying about is you got your son's ashes in the Tupperware. And she wouldn't hesitate to let us see it in the Tupperware when you were watching her ride around in a car. They wasn't riding around in no truck. They was riding around in a car with a dog, with King the dog. But either way it go, I knew she was going to say that. I knew we were going to find out that Goomba set that car on fire, or that because I believe they both had something to do with that. Like, real talk. And the fact that she's silly enough to think she could tell us he had something to do with it, and the insurance company not going to think she had something to do with it, tells me that she really ain't in the right place of mind. Then I told y'all. It was horn saying. Okay. Sorry, my nephew was sending me a shout out on his Instagram. He love his auntie. I love my nephew. I love my family. I love my bloodline. Good, bad, and different. I'm glad to have my bloodline be a part of it. So just mine. Yeah, she can sing. She can. Yeah, girl. Don't follow the follow. You'll follow it right to the pits of, and it's a lot to keep up with. So even when you come in now, just from January to now is a lot. But to really understand it and to be in, like I said, if she was my best friend, there's no way I wouldn't have been had conversation like, girl. And girl, you know it's no way you coming on there and doing that with me. Because if tomorrow you did something terrible and hurt yourself or whatever, I would hate to look back and watch me and you be up there when that could have been time we could have changed it. We could have changed. I definitely would have. But as long as it's going on, I can't help. But like I said, this is YouTube. I am a YouTube creator. I do watch YouTube. So there's no way I wouldn't come on here on a platform where we all are on YouTube and not talk about it. Like, it's the place to talk about. I mean, because like I said, she is on fire. But yeah, right now it'll be a little pause. But I'm sure her ex Goomba is getting ready to branch out his channel and boost himself up by telling us all the deep dark Jag secrets, telling us the Legina. But some of the stuff he ain't got to tell. He ain't got to tell us Jag is lying on half this stuff. He ain't got to. We know. Just like how before we've heard him say, like, oh, yeah, we have had people pull up on us. We have had this happen. We have had this happen. Now he's saying, Jag, imagine it. Because the other day when he was on his live, he was saying something like, and she got all these people chasing her. And we know she exaggerating about the Rock chasing the Rock Nation and all that. We know. Clyde Davis, old ass, blind ass out there chasing them. We know. We know Clyde Davis ain't shit. You ain't got to tell us that. I mean, some of the stuff she telling us, like I said, is ancient. We didn't need her to come out and tell us. And then some of the stuff is exaggerated. And some of the stuff is because, you think you're going to get people ear, but most of them going to be listening and say, girl, you're lying. And then some people, like I said, she's talented. She's talented. Yeah, I give her that. But it ain't her talent. She's on the internet showing us like that. It's not. We watching her more than anything. I don't know how y'all don't see it. She's showing us how to start a cult. She is doing the same shit. Like I said, I remember when Nature Boy came up on Nosies and Jag had never talked to him, but you could tell, like, no matter what it was, all that was being said about him, she kept saying like he was cool and she understood him and she did, like she was trying to get close to him. But even he could kind of sense that she was trying to clout chase. You could tell. He knew. Well, she was trying to get him. And I was thinking, I don't know why you're trying to get close to him, Jag. It's not like if you got close to him, he's going to be treating you like a man. He don't even treat these men equal. Didn't I say Solar gave him? If you know what I'm saying. I mean, he ain't even treating them equal. They all sleeping with each other, ex me, but I ain't gonna get into that because that's a whole nother deep pond you just don't even want to be part of. Because like I said, I started looking into I watched Sweet Mind, all the other people they covered. I watched their documentaries on it. It was sick. It's just like any other code I've looked into. Jim Jones, any other code I've looked into, it's sick. And it's sad that they got people at their weak moments. People just looking to fit in, people that's lost, runaways, homeless, And I'm like, let's just wait. We just wait. Legina gonna start having her own scenes. There's gonna be stuff that happen. These big old your car done blew up. The TSA situation, the barbershop situation, your husband's new girlfriend, Legina, what else? The Legina, the going in the police station and acting a fool until they finally seduce got you like, girl, shut up. They finally dropped twos in your chat to shut the fuck up forever. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that for it. Dang it. It's probably the third time I said it. Dang it. But All of that has happened in 2023. That ain't from 2022. That's not 2021 stuff. All of that. And that's just the stuff we know. Oh, and don't forget, in between that, she has literally tried to get that barbershop taken down. Went to the website, called the number, got an answer. It was a guy who used to work there. She talked to him, then called the police station right after calling the guy and being like, the guy is petrified. He doesn't even know why. They won't let him take his name off. He didn't even know they were scamming. He didn't say all that to you. He said, whoa, it makes sense what you're saying. Because, I mean, you start dropping that kind of, first of all, you start dropping to any fella feds, indictments, saying stuff like that. They want to get the hell out of whatever's involved. I do, just hearing about it. I'm like, oh, girl, don't call me if they got an indictment. Girl, who they indicting? Wait, my number on the indictment? I need to know. But she called the police and told them, and your officer. Now, once again, is this officer really doing this? Is it really word on the street he doing this? Because if it's not, and you're out here spewing this that the whole police department's behind it. Oh, come on, honey. Sweetie. Sugar. You know that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly, McFly. In no state. Yeah, man, you came here. You lucky if you'd have got out the police station. I wouldn't even try to go up in one of these police stations in Chicago and be like, hey, F you, Officer Johnson. Officer John. And I could be telling all facts. You think I'd walk in there and do it like that? That's why when she did it, I suggested that none of my kings and queens, none of my little brothers and sisters go out there and think that's how they should handle it. That ain't how you take down a police force, period. Even if they was corrupt. That ain't what you do, sweetie. That ain't gonna get you the win. That's gonna get the L. Now, if you just want to go in there and get beat up so you can get an outrage from the community about you getting your ass whooped up in there, maybe that's what you was looking for. But some of the community gonna say you asked for that ass whooping. Because one thing about my people, we don't play that kind of shit. Like, don't even, why would you walk up in that mofo like that? Did you have grenades or something? I mean, why did you walk in there like that? We had a gang chief out here named Angela. It's footage that you might not be able to still see it now, but it's footage. He went up in a police station and he got to kung fu fighting. Dun, 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 dun. That boy was fast as lightning. Dun, 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 dun. But I don't encourage that because that young man is not here no more. And though we blame it on lots of things, some say it was the bad boys. What it got to. So I don't encourage that. And that was years ago. So I don't encourage that, youngins. It's not how you win. That's not how you win. They say when one of yours are taken down by the police, that march you're doing on the streets, that loot you're doing on the streets, you bring it to the police station. That would be that march. But the one she did, nah. And then in real life, if you had a lawsuit against a police department, your lawyer would be handling everything, not you. You wouldn't be walking up in police stations getting their numbers. I thought you was going in there to press charges on your husband for pistol whipping you. Make up your mind what fake charge you about to go up in there and do. But she ended up getting her own charge. Ain't that ironic? Like, ain't that ironic? It means effed up beyond all recognition. And so, just if we say foo up in here, it's just effed up. It's effed up. Because I did receive when I came into my studio last night, I did see that they were sending, just same old thing from November, just saying that they going up on profanities, vulgar. But they not just talking the curse words, y'all. It's all these super inappropriate. And I'm not talking about because we having topics and conversations and discussions. I'm talking about thinking we can just put trigger warning and we're acting a zip doggone fool in what we saying out our mouths. Because you're not even hurting the people you're trying to hurt as much as Just John. Hey there. Hey, get Darren King. Um, but you're hurting other people. So those people are complaining. Because sometimes the people that are complaining the most aren't who you think. It's people who never said nothing. It's the people that never came into a chat. But I complaining that I would love to go into a chat one day. But have you ever looked inside of one of them, YouTube? Have you ever looked in there and seen what's going on? It's very scary. They doxing people all over the internet. It's very scary. It's very scary if you ask me. Cause I'm telling you, and then I had to get used to a chat. Like I said, had I not been in Ty Couture's chat, and there was so many people against his sexuality that they didn't care what he was reviewing. They didn't care that they would come in there to diss that he was a married man on there with his husband. Him and his husband weren't making out. They weren't anything. Now, don't get me wrong. They did this like photo shoot and they were like in water and stuff. They had clothes on and everything else. But a lot of people were offended. But what I never got out of it was, if you're so offended, why are you watching it? They would just come in, like we could be in the middle of a chat laughing, yeah, yeah, blah, blah. Somebody come in the chat and be like, you going to hell. Be like, what? To him. Why is he going to hell? It's only one sin to get you in hell. So I can guarantee if you're doing that, you're going to hell, but the rest of us are going where? Hmm. Because I thought it was 12 commandments. If that's what you're judging it off of. But that's one of the reasons that people, which will lead me to last night. So y'all know Evangelist Val, she come through here and she show love. I've been seeing Evangelist Val out here for a while. I first seen Evangelist Val, like I said this before, on what is her name? Sparkle Alley. I saw her on her channel. And that's when all that was coming out about who Sparkle Alley was and where she came from and all this stuff and how she originally was out here before and she came back under Sparkle Alley. That's where I first saw Evangelist Val. But when all that was going, so like I said, I've seen all these wars that have went on in the last, especially the ones that have went on in the last couple of years. But please, I've seen those all of them. But anyway, I know one of the things is over the time I've seen Evangelist Val, I've seen people judge her walk or her name because she has evangelist in her title. They judge her on that she can go off or that she used profanity or that, you know what I mean? That's what's wrong with the world. We are so judgmental. Now, that's like saying because you have the name officer, you are supposed to be held under a standard. But I do know that there are some who don't, just like bend it a little bit, but really they under that oath. Just like what? That's how I look at it. Like, okay, she cursed. Do you know how many more people that's gonna be able to relate to understand that even in her flaws, she's still screaming, God saved her. She's still screaming, she loves the Lord. She's still screaming, she's nothing without him. Because see, the day you perfect, you gone. Because we'll never be perfect. You'll never be perfect. None of us. So yesterday I saw that because yesterday she had told a girl, well, you could have came on here and been like, called me a bitch, but you didn't. So I respect you for coming on here. Oh, and people was, oh my God, did she say bitch? Did she say biatch? Did she say? Um, but yeah, yeah, they do. They think God, and no, not only do they think he's hiring, they think that he hired them to speak for him. That's what it is. One thing you got to know if you believe in a higher being, you got to know it lives in you. It lives in you because see, it got to from the inside out fix and heal you. So you got to believe that. So somebody telling you where it is and what it is and what you are to it would be lying. Because then you'd have to believe that all of us were people. I mean, because I truly believe that good and bad is inside of you. And it's a choice. So you could, in any given day, any given hour, go right to the dark side. You could. You could. Or you can choose in the darkness to be guided through the light. Like I'm running for the light regardless. Yeah. You're gonna walk into a and not just walk into a police station like crazy. Now I can see if you walk into a police station because there was some injustice with a cop and you started giving the injustice, speaking on that and speaking about, I could understand it. I could see it. But if I'm walking in a police station saying stuff like, I'm gonna get a big black guy to sleep with his wife and record it on what? If I'm telling the police force that they big old pieces of boob and they boobs and they boobs and they deeps and there's goobs and I'm looking aggressive and I'm pacing back and forth, they don't know. Let me tell you something. It's 2023. You could have walked up in there with a whole thing attached to your back with a timer on it. They don't know. They don't know. And sometimes when we have tragedies around the United States or around the country, around the world, we always say, why did they wait so long? Why did they give them that much time? Why didn't they answer to the warning? Why didn't they? And then sometimes we watch them just do nothing. And we wonder why we have things like, people jumping up on planes and trying to, what? Had to put a herb in it right now. Right now. If you raise your voice on the phone at a airport right now, as far as I'm concerned, they need to be like, we refuse to let you get on this plane because you can't even conduct yourself in person. So we don't want to put you up in the air and you get to cussing out somebody in there the way you cussing out this person on your phone. But like I said, no, baby, that kind of behavior, no, going to, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Don't watch it. If you don't like what you're saying, don't watch it. There's nobody. If somebody's holding your eyeballs to something and locking your TV on that, then you know what you do? Unplug the TV. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause no. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a great description. Cause it's like, yeah, that's how they acting. He hiring. He hiring. He taking. He taking applications for the most qualified. Well, here's the thing you'd have to know. If you believed in any kind of God that you had, you'd know that the most qualified would be those in the most need, whose hearts were crying for him, even if their mouths didn't know how to say it. That those would be first in line in the application pool. It wouldn't be those with all the money and all the juice and all the fame and all of this. It'll be those who every day when they didn't even have hope and it didn't seem like nothing else was going, they still believed. That even that the fact that they was walking was because there was something higher than them carrying them. It would be the believers, it'd be those who who even when you thought you gave up, you didn't give up because you're still here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you have to. I'm definitely not on that kind of stuff. Yeah, no, 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 no. Because here's the thing. I believe in the spiritual realm. Now, when I say that, I believe that because I believe we all are spirits. This that you're looking at me is a shell. This is a shell, and but the spirit is all of us are that. So I do believe that there are people who, when they pass, people can't let them go. So I believe that they can't go home because they feel like they have to stay. Even though they're not here, and even though those people still be, they have to stay to because they just. I always feel like that. I don't know if that's true. It's just something I've always felt, and I always believe that there are spirits that once they go up, they come back. They guardians, my ancestors. Those are my guardian angels. I believe that, and I believe there are also dark spirits that come, and they may have not have walked in the time of birth of me, but I don't know. That's all I look at. That kind of stuff. So when people start playing with it, I don't know a Ouija board. Never gonna play with it. Ever. Never. 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 I was one of them people. What is the one? Not Candyman. What's the one? That witch, and you supposed to say her name a few times, and hell no, I ain't saying that name. That's how much I tell you. I block that kind of stuff. Mm. Yeah, I watched that movie Stigmata years ago. When I think of like spirits, you never know which ones you bring in. So I ain't playing with nobody who don't even know what they doing with that. I'm not playing with nobody who know what they doing with that. I just don't. I don't. I don't have nothing against getting like your future read or nothing. I just don't believe my future was meant to be told to me like that. Because here's the thing: if you saw it that way, if I do things to change it, it's not that way anymore. Like butterfly effect. One change changes everything. It changes everything. And so I can change somebody else's future by no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Because already in life, your life is written. But now you can choose to go the way that's gonna get you there. And that may have bumps and stuff, but that's the way. Or you can choose your way and it's gonna get you somewhere else. But it's still already seen which way it'll be, whichever way you choose it. I believe that. But that's right. Like I said, when you believe stuff like that, you got to know that no matter what anybody's relationship is, or how they are with their spiritual relationship, it has no bearings or effect on yours. Your spiritual relationship is based on your spiritual relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be on nobody else's. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and then I mean, none of that stuff. Hey, my man. One of the things is, let me tell you something. I don't wish no bad on nobody. Now, when I don't like you, it's just I don't care about you. I still don't wish no ill will on you. I wish no harm on you. I wish not, because none of that is making me feel better, and none of that is where my problem didn't come with because you breathing. My problem didn't come because you happy or you sad in life or you rich or you poor. That's not what brought me. You know what I'm saying? When I just don't like you, I just don't like you, and I'm not gonna hesitate to call out what you're doing that's obviously wrong. While you sitting around with your chest poked out like you perfect. Like that's anybody to me. Man, that's how I was on Monday. I was on and off sleeping. Yesterday I was a little bit tired, but I wasn't on and off sleeping. My sleeping was just off during the night. Tooth was bothering me. Yeah. Hope you feel better, my mayor bear. My mayor bear. But yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, though, my whole thing when it comes to broke broom is in reality what I don't like about her is that everything she says about people to me she is. Like she hold herself to this like nobody's done me is wrong, but like some of the stuff I feel like she wanted to be a part of it to grow. Like I just feel like it's not, like it's manufactured drama. I don't like that part. And then, like I said, I could have cared less because the whole time I was thinking, I was like, oh, this girl will lie. I heard you lie several times. Like, this girl will lie. And I feel sorry for her because she got into it with everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm like, everybody I seen on her panel, I seen Maria on her panel. She was writing songs for Maria. Yahoo Boy was over there. She was writing songs for Yahoo Boy. Amber used to be over there. They was bosom buddies. Amber was giving her dirt on Brooke. But what I see is what she giving people is a lot of dirt. And a lot of people are feeding her dirt. And then she cover other stuff. And then, like I said, I knew I was coming to the breaking point when she did that whole thing for Muzz, but then she couldn't answer. But then she said, well, it's justified what Muzz did. And if you know why she did it because, no, baby, it's not justified. And since you hold such a high thing to everybody else and what they do, why is it, like I said, once again, if that was my girl, I tell a girl, you dirty as hell. And you lucky nobody hurt you for that. You know what I'm saying? I'ma still let people know I fuck with you because you my girl. But girl, don't you ever. And I would have said that on my channel too. Like I told her, girl, don't you ever. Cause she could say sweet Siwa could say whatever she wants, she could bring up whatever she wants. When I said I don't play with people's kids, I don't play with people's kids. When she tried to say I was playing with her kids with Terry Lynn, I said, wait, girl, I didn't even know them when your kids in there. Where did you see me be like, oh, them little bitch kids or something? Did you see me say that? No, none of that happened. Because I didn't. And I immediately called Terry Lynn. But I immediately told her the same thing I told Terry Lynn. Girl, I don't do no shit like that. So even if I knew I don't do no shit like that when I'm around. Because see, what people do is what people do. So whether it be an accident on purpose, I still wasn't, and I still fucked with her. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the night, what I tell you, I said, I don't. See, but when you real enough to say, I don't do something, don't mean people I know wouldn't do it. There's people out here that if they got beef with you, they'll take your kid over you so you could live in the pain forever. I wouldn't do that. Well, like I said, just two different things. Like I said, but when before me and I can't stand her name. Before anything happened with us, literally, if she wouldn't have said that you was saying some, you know, shitty stuff about me because I was defending her, because I heard you going off on her about mentioning Terry Lynn in your chat. I wasn't defending Terry Lynn. I wasn't. I was defending her. Because the difference between her and Terry Lynn will fight her own battle. She her own, you know what I'm saying? She a big girl. She a big girl. And I told you I mess with Lioness. So I ain't worried about Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn got Terry Lynn back. Terry Lynn ain't gonna call me like, girl, I got Terry Lynn the type that call you, tell you like I'm booted up and suited up with you. Not I'm, you know what I'm saying, girl, I needed some aid. Because I'm not the type to call nobody. I don't call him girl. I got into such. I'm gonna talk about him today and let me let you know, girl, I don't do that. I don't do that. So I like bosses that move like that. They ain't got to call me for approval. They just do what they do. So, But the difference with that other cat's scary. That other cat is talking about jumping off the roof every other hour. That other cat, I felt like I needed to defend her because I felt like she was being picked on. And so that's how we got into it. That period. And we didn't even get into it because I was never with you like that. Like, we weren't friends. You were a content creator I was subscribed to. I watched, I liked, and I commented. That's it. And I still like the entertainment. I still like the good laughs I get. I still gonna think that the day Bella came on there trying to go off is one of the most hilarious nights on there. The night with Chrissy Marie when Johnny. I mean, some good laughs. Some good laughs. Heard some whoppers that even if I go to tell them, they're hilarious to just say. I mean, but other than that, shit, I got it moving. I ain't got nothing against you. I ain't got nothing against you. See, I'm not, like I tell you, y'all think Terry Lynn is the heinous, meanest of them all. I mean, she got a good heart because she'll tell you she don't hate nobody. I ain't got that grown. I still hate some people. Okay, so rah. You know? I'm different. And I don't hate Steven. I don't hate broke bro. I don't. It's just bumper for life. And she one of the things I dislike about her the most, because I could care less if she lying and shit. I could care less if she a fake witch. I could care less about that shit. That don't move me. I thought that since the very beginning. I don't care. I still like things about her. She attached to Muzz, man, and she stand up for her. But then she dog out other people for being around people. So for that, she's broken hearted. For me, forever. She broken broomstick forever. But other than that, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That other cat, Muzz, Nikki, the actions that they pull and the things they do. Nah, hate would probably be the word. I hate what they do to people. Because sorry won't fix it. That's torture. That's torture. Muzz called a funeral home, and she keep telling us to let that go and stop bringing that up. But she want us to believe because her picture got seen. She had to check into a hospital because it was unbelievable. Well, girl, you know what? I would believe you, and I would feel sorry for you, and I would root that was wrong. But if that led you to that, what do you think you did to people? What? Because they ain't on Siwa's channel or on somebody's channel telling you about it? That mean it didn't happen? But what do you think you did to somebody when you invaded their life like that? But you invaded their life on somebody who will never be alive again. Like, they'll never talk to them again, and you didn't care because you wanted to go relay that gossip back to somebody. You wanted to do a live about this person because you wanted to believe they were faking their death. That tell me how fake you are that you believe somebody faked their whole death. Like, when you vouch for that chick, like, that's cool. But do be worried about who somebody around. I'm damaged goods because I'm around because I kick it with Terry Lynn and them on the internet, but I talk to them in real life. Hey, I have a relationship with them in real life, so I'm messed up. But you messing with a chick who do stuff like that and you not messed up? Hmm. Well, before it went bad, before I had to go to anybody, and that's her talking more about me than not me talking about her. Before it went to internet, I put her on all blocks because once I found out you was what you was, I wanted nothing to do with you. You don't got it. And then when I seen Amber defending you from bullying, getting bullied, when nobody will ever bully you like she did. Oh, and she gave it to you. I was in the chat. I know she was giving it to you. I still wouldn't treat you bad. She was giving it to you. Jared, how you doing? How you doing? I saw you went live last night. I had to watch it. I have to watch it. You went live kind of late last night. I have to watch it. I love when the king's in the building. Good morning, team. Yeah, I need to watch that. I know Nirvana went live last night. I should have went over there and jammed out, but I literally I was watching I went from watching Sean's live and then I was watching before I watched I was watching here. Yeah, I watched a bunch of lives yesterday. And then I watched no, I was watching Sean's live and then I watched Official King Payne's live. And Official King's Payne live went on forever because I fell asleep. I fell asleep and it went on a long time. Then I got up and when I woke up I watched the end of that. What I left off from went from where I had left off. But most of it I had saw the day before. So I really wanted to watch the end. That's how I saw the part with Evangelist Val. That she came up when people were talking about, what had just happened on the video they watched from the night before. That's how I saw that. I'm like, boy, I swear on YouTube, like everything you do, like the jury of your people, man, your peers, they just your jury, boy. They got the if you ain't walking in my shoes, though, like I'm no a fool don't listen to advice and won't hear wisdom. I can hear you. I can hear you. But if it start with downing me first, like oh I gotta break you down, you ain't that ain't meant for you to break me down and build me up. It's so funny that sometimes when people are like using the Bible as an example of what they're doing, why they're doing it, they're being mean to each other. My knowledge in the Bible gave me the right to scold you. No, the freak it didn't. Through that get understanding. That's why I tell people ain't no Bible. I'm a spiritual person. And sometimes it's so funny because I say something and somebody say, yo, that's right there in the Bible, or that's this. And some things are things I've heard from the Bible and they stuck. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's just because, I don't know. You know better, you do better. Okay, you went at 10:15. I knew it was later in the night. Because I know I didn't go to bed too late. I didn't fall asleep too late, but I saw you. You had came up on my thing. And I'm like, wait, Jerry's going live this late? Christina, how you doing? Good morning. But yeah, oh, okay. I was like, wait, what's that saying? Look at me, always trying to read it from the computer, squinting. And Queen of O'Hare, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, like I said, you just gotta be yourself. I'm not on here trying to be nobody else. No disrespect, but ain't nobody over here got no clout I want to chase. Nothing. Nothing. I don't want to chase nobody's clout. So there's nobody on here who I want to be like. Anything I ever see on somebody, I think, oh, they just let you know anybody can, that somebody can do it. They did it. That means somebody else can do it. That means you can do it. And when I say that, I mean move up, keep going, evolving, reach the masses for real. Like that's what I'm thinking about. When I was just a subscriber and creators would get into it, I would say it's so funny how we get mad about who subscriber be here, where they be at, what they watching. There are millions of subscribers on here. To take this ownership of a few and say, I own them. You don't own anybody. You don't even really own your platform because they can shut it down if they decide fit to be. And when you're going through your rules, they got 18 million things they could do, the reasons why they could do it. So I'm not sitting here trying to own nobody. I'm just sitting here trying to be me and do me. And what the difference between me and most of these people is I'm not playing a character. So what you get here is what you're going to get in person. I'm not trying to play games. I'm not buddy hustling. I'm not using nobody to get to the top. I'm not climbing to do this. I'm not. Let me tell you something. Before I was a content creator, I spoke in every chat I went into. If I went in and I spoke in people's comments. When I was being a comments creator, every big person I was subscribed to, I don't care if I've been speaking in anything for years, I stopped saying anything. Because I didn't want anybody to think I was trying to chase nobody's clout. So I just stopped saying anything. I hit the like button. If I say anything, it's in the comments afterwards. But I just stopped because around here, it's not what you're really doing. It's what somebody else said or what people want to think it is or what people say it is. It's not really what you're doing. I'm not going to be in nobody mess. That's their thing. That's their thing. But if I stand with somebody, that just means that when you done talking shit, I still like them. And the difference between me and you is at least I know who I like. Most of these people be like, I didn't know they did that. Well, first of all, if we're going to become relationships on the internet, I need to know what you was doing on the internet. So I can know that if I like you, I still like you knowing what you did. That's the difference between me and most. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Most don't know shit about you. Vouch for you like crazy. Then later turn on you and say how they didn't have a clue who you were and what you did. Mm-hmm. Not me. Not me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's why some of these people, like I said, when it come to them coming to YouTube, I remember when they came. From the very beginning, I remember every move they've made. You know. Ooh, what you cooking? What you cooking, Queen of O'Hara? I mean, I'm always in somebody's business. I was already asking Dion what he was eating for lunch. I got to know. Like, I got to know. Why do I have to know? Why do I have to know? Because I have to know. I just have to know. I need to eat some lunch. I go to work at 6. I need to eat some lunch, my doggone self. I don't know what I want to eat for lunch. You know I'm a foodie. Thank you. Thank you. One thing I learned is most people are trying to be everything that pleases somebody, but you're never going to please all the people with one way. But what you can please people with is just being you. So they'll just know, it's my cup of tea, it's not, whatever. But at least I know I'm me. I ain't got time to, This said I'm this way because they only like this, and then this said I got to be this way because they only like this, and this said. Thank you. Y'all help ground me too because it lets me know, like I said, I am not the only. That's why I tell you we all are a light. And sometimes I'm a candle. I promise you, in the wind. In the wind. In the wind. Thank you. Y'all set me. I'm telling y'all, when I don't come in here and see you all in the morning and have this, I'm off. And I always feel like something is just missing. And it was missing that time of, you know what I mean, kicking it, fellowship, laughing, you know what I mean, loving on each other, not judge. I like a safe place where you ever went to go say something, think, oh shit, I wonder what everybody thinking. Not me. Not me. Because I know the most is thinking the most negative, they either been through it, going through it, or afraid of it. But so it is what it is, but it, it's also gonna be people you're gonna save with your story. Cause it's letting them know you made it. You made it. Yes, 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 yes. And for the kingdom as a whole, I'm standing in solidarity with the kings and the queens. Your crown is what got you in the dome. Like for real, it's the key to the kingdom. Love, like I said, love don't make you perfect. Love don't mean you ain't flawed. I'm coming on the better side of me. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Nothing else. Like I said, when I'm hot headed, I'm still gonna be hot headed. It's not that I'm working on me still. I'm still trying to change things. But I just started fighting a better battle. You know what I mean? I got tired of losing the war. So, like I said, so it's just a different movement. But at the end of the night, I'm not perfect, and I ain't even shouting out here that I am. Matter of fact, I told you in the beginning, if you go back to the beginning, I told you I'm an underdog. I told you that I had to come off that couch, all this bullying, all this bullshit, and I had to be better and represent those who are. Like, most of us are people who go around and watch all this. And most of us watch more YouTube than we do regular TV. And some of us, this is where we communicate with other people because we might be introverts. Yes, an introvert, right? But you might be. And this might be where you come alive and you come open. I don't want you bullied back in. Like, come on, we gotta have a safe place for you and for me. But we can still be honest up in here. I'm still willing to hear your opinion. I'm still okay. You think people don't come to my things and let me know that they don't care for people I care about, and that's fine because that wasn't the question on the table. Because I'm never gonna make you all choose me or somebody else. Never. Because at the end, I hope the only choice you're making is you. What's best for you? But that's what you should do, you know? Now I want some. Mm, lasagna. I made that salad. What is that salad called? Shoot. And I told you I wanted it to sit overnight. So I'm just probably, no, not probably. I am about to eat that for lunch. Okay, well, I think it's called. No. Because I know it's a name for them. Well, here, I'm just going to call it a garbage salad. But I made it and it has crab meat, cucumber, tomato, red onion. Um, I put some broccoli in there. And then I sauteed some mushrooms because I don't like raw mushrooms. I sauteed some mushrooms and put it in, but I let it sit with the lemon and everything else. I let it sit overnight. So today, this is about to sound weird, but this is how I want to eat it. I got some hard taco shells. I want to put them on the taco shell. Now listen to me, listen to me. I want to put them on the taco shell with some of that guacamole salsa. I'm addicted to that shit. Some of that guacamole salsa. Uh oh, my battery's getting low. Ouch. My phone is dinging. I don't know what it's dinging about. Hey, Nino. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Bubba. Look, all this stuff is one thing on my bed. All this stuff. Shoot. Get comfortable. Y'all know I gotta get comfortable. But every time I say that, I hear Future telling me, B, don't get too comfortable. You better not get too comfortable. Why does my thing always have to act up? Where is my picture? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna blame Nino for it. Like, how did my camera just go out on this? Nino, every wait a minute, John. I have no idea what's going on with my thing. Every time I go to turn my camera off on, wait a minute, what is going on? Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Cause it's doing that. Some other device is open. I don't have another device open. I don't. Wait, wait. Nino, get off my phone. Wait, what do I do with my phone? Hold on, cause Nino's all on. He all on my devices. Hold on. Oh yeah, crab meat. I do. I do. And you know that you can go to like the deli when you're going to get like some crab legs, and you can actually just get the meat. So sometimes if I want to just get the meat, it's if I want to have like make my own little crab salad or something, or you know what I mean, a little crab pasta. Oh, and it's always so good because it's all just meat. But there's something about when I eat crab, I do like the whole cracking them and that whole experience. Sorry, my sister. I'm still trying to figure out why it won't let me put my camera on. This is so weird. It's telling me that every time I go to click on my camera, I can't even read the message to y'all because as soon as I go to click on the camera, when the message comes up, my computer mutes. I don't have time right now. I just don't. But I don't. As long as y'all can hear me. Like I said, I could never do a whole lobster. Never. Never. And like when people sit and tell me, like, if you see those little dots, that mean the lobster was those are eggs. I'm like, oh, that just even makes it harder. But I can do lobster tail. I like lobster tails a lot. The best seafood I ever had the last time. See, I just muted. I don't even know how I just muted that time. Hold on. What is this damn thing doing? Forget it. I'm just going to leave it like this. And I have to pay attention to make sure it's not keep muting. But the best seafood, freshest seafood I ever had in my life right now to this day is when I was in California. Now, when we went and had that seafood, me and Heidi and Kelly, that shit was fire. But like I said, when I went to California in 2018 and I stayed on Venice, I'm telling you, the on the other side of Venice, where they have the little, I forget what it's called, the harbor or whatever, on that side, they had a little makeshift beach. I was at that hotel right there. But I'm telling you, fresh caught salmon, fresh caught tuna, fresh, fresh. Oh, it's so fresh. It's so fresh. Hold on, my sister is asking me to come on her thing tomorrow. Shoot. Don't you hate when you type in fast and you look down and it's like you just done, I don't know what I just wrote. I'm like, WGG, what the hell? And why did it let it go? Yeah, so I'll go on my sister's channel and then I'll stream her live once a month. I'll figure that out. They do it on the grill right there. Ooh, wee. That's in North Carolina? Oh, wow. So where would y'all think, or where would you say is the best place to go get like your crab legs? Where's the best place? What state would that be? Would that be California too? Sorry, my sister. Of course, she wanted to text me. Yasmina, hey, sis. Oh, see you, mama. Yeah, that's why I'll be wondering, like, where is the and when exactly is crab season? Because it seemed like right now the prices are low, and I know when it's their season, they go up. But I also notice when it's not their season, they're kind of scarce in places. So, like, they'll have the frozen crabs, but you never can go and, like, the deli's not packed with them. Like, what is crab season? Like, I want to know. Forget where I was one day, and I said to somebody something about watermelon season. Like I'm like, we don't have watermelon all year round. Like you might have like you can buy the watermelon on the fruit tray or something, but just watermelons out all year. No, we don't have it. Like what is watermelon season? I thought they had a season, but when I was in Georgia, I mean, I was there from August 1st till March 22nd and shit. They sold a watermelon all that time. The whole time. I can't think of a time they didn't sell it. No problem, Mama Ann. See you, Joe Benjo. You have a blessed day too. Right, it's the summer. I'm like, I don't feel like watermelon should be all year round. I just don't. And I'm one of those people, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I would love to get a whole watermelon, but there's nothing worse than when you cut into a whole watermelon. It's not a good one. So I can tell watermelon is good by its look. So I'm more into buying like slices of watermelon, cut up watermelon already. And my favorite is like we'll have these they call them Mexican trucks. They do Mexican fruit. They put the little seasonings on them and everything else. But they'll have some of the best watermelon you've ever got. Now you could buy a whole watermelon for them, and it's guaranteed to be a good, delicious watermelon. And I know last year I really wanted to try the yellow watermelon, but it seemed like from the moment I wanted to try it, they just did not have it anymore inside of the grocery store that was by the hotel. But I wanted to try that so bad, the yellow watermelon. See, y'all have it all year round? No, we don't have watermelon. I mean, I'm like I said, we sell sliced watermelon or like you know what I mean. Like you can find that, but if you think you're just gonna find where they done slice it up, because you know sometimes Jewel's slicing up their own watermelons or whatever, Billy's, whatever your fruit market or whatever, they slice it up and then they'll sell it, you know, like that. But no, watermelons are usually like you said in the summer. Like Garcia Nurse said, in the summer is usually when we have watermelon. But I can't stand bad watermelon. When I was young, I used to put salt on my watermelon. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, but I did. But I don't even mess with salt like that anymore. But when I was young, salt was on watermelon. And what's funny is my grandma used to put salt on tomatoes and eat them. My buddy loves um I always say that thing wrong. What is it? Tajan sauce. TAG, what is it, TAGUN or TAGAN? Y'all know little season, little red season. I love it. It's good on pineapple. I put it on avocado. But my buddy loves to do avocado, tomato, and lime. And she eats that in that seasoning. Yeah, like I said, no. And I'm not good with whole watermelon, so I never just what I'm talking about. Yep. I like that seasoning. I usually have some. I kept it in the hotel. I'm surprised I don't have none now, but I'll remember that when I go to the store. You put it on my list. But yeah, today is gonna be a pretty chillax day. I'm gonna, oh God, like I said, I gotta go to work at 6. More than anything, I was making sure. I think last night, before I went to bed, I ate some stuffed mushrooms. I just woke up this morning, my mouth was hurting so bad. And I was like, that's because after I ate, I did not rinse my mouth. And I should have did that. Yeah, so that's had me in and out because I woke up and I was like, oh, I gotta take something for this. Then I was up till that kicked in. And I went back to sleep. Then I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, I can't keep waking up. And then finally at like 7:30, I'm like, I'm up. I'm up. I'm just up. But you know, you be up, but you still laying around. And I'm like, why on the day I have to go to work is the day my mind. I was like, oh, not today. Not today. So I just said I was really gonna do a bunch of chillax until it was time to go to work. I ain't gonna get this day over with. And then tomorrow I get my granddaughter. So instead of going out with my mom, I'm gonna get my granddaughter tomorrow. And then I'll see my mom Saturday. Because I won't work Saturday. I'm not working Saturday. And so I'll see her Saturday. So this week I only work today, tonight from 6 to 1, and then Sunday. That's it. Hmm. That is it for me this week. Yep. Oh, now my sis in Georgia. She is like that with watermelon. She could take a watermelon, like you said, cut it in half and just grab a spoon. She loved watermelon. But with me now with watermelon, I just like watermelon cold and in chunks. But then if it's too cold when I'm eating it, it just keep biting into it, just make it just be too cold. But I like watermelon. I do. I like watermelon water. I don't know if you've ever had watermelon water. When you do the infusion, watermelon water is so delicious to me. It's so clean. I love cucumber water and watermelon water the most. Like I love those two as an infused water. Oh, and don't do watermelon water with little mint. I love it. Yeah, me personally, I do. This thing still won't allow me to turn my camera back on. That is really bugging me out. Trying to tell me I have something else open. There's nothing open on my thing. It's just making up stuff. It's just making it up as it goes. Oh man. Yeah. Like I said, I used to do salt on watermelon. I'm not a big tomato fan. I can eat tomatoes diced up. Like I got tomatoes in this salad, junk salad I made, but I can eat tomatoes diced up. I cannot do tomatoes as long as the seeds or it's like that the tomato juice is coming out. Oh no, 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 no. Like so when people can bite into a tomato, my grandma used to be able to bite into a tomato. Like I could never ever. I have texture issues. There's no way I could bite into a tomato. The texture of But like I used to love cantaloupe. I can't tell y'all the last time I ate cantaloupe. I used to love like all of them, honeydew melon, cantaloupe. I love those. I loved melons. I can't tell you the last time like I said, watermelon is about probably as deep in the melons as I get these days. But yeah, so yeah, when it comes to fruit, if I had, like I said, I really, and I didn't used to like these, but I really like blackberries. They're the only cherries I like. I hate to say it, are the expensive cherries. Like, if you get the little cheap ones, I'm not gonna like them, and I cannot stand artificial cherries. Those big, what are those called? The big red, like, they put them in drinks and stuff. I don't like those cherries. I don't like that. I don't. They put them on a banana split. No, I don't like those cherries at all. At all. I'm never gonna eat those. I love bananas like in my smoothie, and I love like banana cake or banana flavored stuff. But just me sitting and eating a banana, I could probably sit and just eat half of it. Because I like banana in stuff in my cereal. Um, I love grapes when they sweet. Um, I I do not like grapes with seeds at all. At all. Even if they were sweet, I don't like seeds in grapes. I love plums. I can't stand peaches, but I like peaches. But I don't like the texture. It's the texture of the skin of peaches. Um, Blueberries. It's a give or take. I can do blueberries in my smoothie, but I'm not a eat blueberry fan. The texture is the texture on the blueberry. I don't like the skin. I like pomegranate flavor. I've never ate pomegranate as the fruit. Just eating pomegranate. I'm trying to think what other fruit is that I like. I like strawberries. Um, I don't know. 'Cause like I said, I like most of the fruit. Most fruits I do like. I can't even think of one I really don't. I prefer what are those little ones called clementines over big oranges. I haven't ate a big orange in forever. I think ever since I started getting sweeties and clementine, I don't think I've touched a regular size orange. But I do like pink grapefruit if you get the jar of it and it's in its juice and all that. But I don't like grapefruit as far as eating grapefruit. I don't like it just like that. I like to go get like the dull, big old jar of pink grapefruit. I like it like that. But just me going to buy some grapefruit, cutting it and eating it and adding sugar, never. Mango. I like to use mango in my salad, in my smoothies, and I like to cut up mango when I'm making salsa. But I can't just eat mango. But I do, like I said, I do. In reality, I do like most of the fruits. Like most of the fruits out there, I like. Now, certain vegetables I love, so I eat them daily. If I got them, I eat them. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, spinach. Those are some I'm gonna use all the time. That's what those cherries are called. Yeah, I don't like those. Mm-mm, at all. No, what's huckleberry? Because the only huckleberry I know is from Toonstown. But what is huckleberry? That's a real berry? Don't y'all laugh. Don't judge me. Is that a real berry? Is that like a jam? Because that just sounds like something that would be like a jam or something. Mmm. So it's sweet. I'd have to try it. I can't say I've ever tried that before. Oh, it's a real beer. Yeah, I can't say I've tried that before. I'd have to try it. Like I said, I just got into blackberries because I don't like, once again, with textures. You know how you eat a blackberry and kind of have that little, like, seem like a seed in it? So when I was just at my buddy's birthday party the other day, they had these things called jalapeno poppers. So they were jalapenos, grilled jalapenos with a cream cheese, and then it had these little red things on top of them, like little red dots. But they were almost like little seeds that popped. So they were little sweet. I don't even know what they were, but it was that texture. How for a minute they felt like a seed, then they kind of dissolved in your mouth, and then the only because they dissolve. And blackberries have that little seed on. I don't like it's. I don't know how to explain it. But it took me a while to like blackberries. It took me a while to like blackberries. And now I love blackberries. I love blackberries in my parfait. I love blackberries. But yeah, I have to try that. I know, like I used to love grape jelly. Like I still use grape jelly for like a peanut butter and jelly. But now I'm super into the strawberry jams and stuff like that. I'm really into those. And I never liked strawberry jam. Like, except for when I went to Popeyes, I always liked strawberry jam on my biscuit, never honey. I really like Popeyes honey on their chicken. I don't know why, I just do. Don't judge me. But now you got me. When I go to the store, I'm gonna look to see if they got huckleberries. I've never heard of a huckleberry. That's why at first when you said I couldn't stop thinking of Tombstone. I kid you. I couldn't think past Tombstone. That's why I'm like, she is talking about real thinking about Tombstone. But yeah, time is flying. Oh my god, it's 12:13. Yeah, guys, I know I'm gonna have to wrap it on up so I can go ahead and I need to eat lunch myself. Like I told y'all, I'm probably gonna take that salad, throw it on. I just want it because I usually eat it on like a tostada shell with sour cream. That's how I usually eat it, and then I put like a sauce on top. And since I got that guacamole sauce, I was like, I'm gonna put that on top of it. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna eat them tacos like taco shell. I'm calling them salad tacos. Oh, so you've heard of huckleberry though? Mm. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna definitely look and see. I wonder what it tastes like. Like I said, every time I've told somebody like I don't like cherries, they've introduced me to a cherry where I've been like, that's a cherry. I had these cherries. They were almost like they were a little bit big. I don't even know what kind of cherries they call, but they almost reminded me of plums. They were cherries. Like I love plums. I love a good plum. I love a good plum. Oh my god, let me see most on this thing. Yeah, sorry, that was my son. See what he's saying. Good afternoon, Cooks with Love. How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna look and see about this huckleberry, and especially like if it come in a jam, because like right now I'm super feeling like I don't know, I know it's a bad thing, but like breads, like biscuits, croissants. Like I'm super in a bread zone, like one sandwiches, like and I'm super in that zone. But it's also because I know I'm trying to shift myself from fast food, and it's hard on days I work, especially when you're in there and at night they making a sample or something, or you know, go. And I know once I can do it, but once I get to it, it's gonna be time for me to get up out of there anyway and go to surgery. But I'm trying. I am trying to get away from it. So right now I've been super like loving biscuits or that kind of stuff. Like or wanting to make like I want to make some sliders. I was thinking about making some chicken fajita sliders with Hawaiian bread. We're doing that like next week. Next week or the end of this week. I don't know. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what I have a taste for tomorrow. I'm in today. Like I said, right now I need to do that. I need, but I'm probably not gonna do that till tomorrow. But yeah, and like I said, I'm getting real excited about the studio, y'all. Once everything is on a placement, like I said, I probably do that tomorrow or Friday. No, I'm gonna wait till Saturday. Saturday when I go out, I'm gonna go and get my tripod. But I'm also going to look for this producer stand thing they got so I can mount it to the wall because that can hold. Because I have no place. I have a place, but I wanted to be all connected, so I need to connect the laptop to those monitors, and I want to get another monitor. So I want to look for that this weekend when I'm out. I want to look for that station. Then I'll be straight. I mean, for now, I mean, there's still other things I still have to get. I have to get a portable microphone on the stand, but all of that is not it's not a necessity for me to get um before I go into surgery. And I have like three microphones. The one on my computer is my best microphone. That's a good microphone I have right there. My other one is a good one, but not. It's not as good as my other my one on my computer, and then my other one is a cheap one. But I'm gonna get a microphone stand and a good microphone. But like I said, that I'm not really worried about that. Um, because the when I get it, I want to get an overhead microphone, so it won't be in my hands at all, or you won't see it in front of me. It'll actually be over. But like I said, all of those aren't necessities before. Only thing that's a necessity before I go into surgery is to get this tripod and my lights, because then that way, no matter what, I can still be filming. And on those days I'm feeling down, hunty, I'm going to use that studio for what it's for. I'm going to use it. And even when I'm up, but I'm really gonna start getting into my studio like an artist, you know. And, I got all kind of shit. I got signs. I got, you know. But one of the things I can't find is I have one of those. Damn it, I don't know why the name just went in the blank. But when you say action and you cut, I have one of those. Where is mine? I'm good, cooks. I can't even complain. I cannot complain. I'm so hard headed that every time my tooth isn't acting up, I ignore the fact that I need to go do something about it. And then as soon as it's acting up, I tell myself, you gotta hurry up and do something. So I gotta stop being hard headed. I gotta do something about this too. But other than that, I'm good. I'm just glad it's not, like I said, super bad because I do have to work today. So I'm glad it's manageable. I swear, people want to text me when I'm on here. But yeah, so like I said, today I'm just gonna chillax until 6. Honestly, I had started watching the Chris Rock special. I said I was gonna finish watching that today, so I was gonna do that early. Um, I don't know. Is Tara Lynn still over there live? Y'all know she prank called me this morning. I'm so glad I realized it was her when she laughed. As soon as she laughed at this Tara Lynn, but I was getting ready to cut somebody out. Like, who is this calling talking about some doggone refrigerator? And what's going on with the refrigerator? I need to know. Oh God. I just seen a live saying that Jaguar Wright, Danny live right now, and it's saying Jaguar Wright called from the hospital. Oh my God, Lord Jesus. Would these people stop calling from hospitals? Can they please? And could people please stop giving them phones? Please. hmm And then my whole thing is, and that's the thing about Jaguar, like even in your things, you reaching out to the tube to get your messages. Oh my goodness. Hey, Ramrock, how you doing? Ramrock, how your hours going? How is that doing? Yeah, so like, hey, boo, now she making calls, y'all. She giving us a John Yates, but I'll definitely be there to hear about it. Don't even think I won't be there to hear about it. Sure, I sure will. But little did she know, she keep putting stuff on the internet and her name attached to it, and they keep looking nuts. She just gonna have herself deeper in the, because they gonna hear her spewing. Let's see what she's doing. She might not be spewing. She said she was tricked into an arrest. Let's see exactly what it says. It says Jaguar writes, right, wait, Jaguar Wright Johnson's full audio call to Sean Davy Way. Jaguar tricked into an arrest at the police station. Jaguar Wright too clever for me to believe she was tricked into being arrested. That child. But I see Danny live talking about it right now. And like I said, so I see it's gonna be one of those days. But like I said, I'm there for it. You might as well follow it through when you're watching something. I mean, shit, when the Yates stuff was crazy and all that was going on, I was definitely watching every drop of it. Oh, great, Renrock. Oh, you almost there. You are very close, brother. Oh, wow. That is good. Let me tell you something. When I got to like 35, you think you get to them last five just as fast as ever. It seemed like, oh, and I had to get to a point where I couldn't just because I was checking it all the time. I was checking it 2, 3 times a day. I was checking it later, and then sometimes I look and I see my views were going up, but I never see them hours moving. I'm like, wait a minute, how am I getting views and the hours aren't moving? And it's funny because now when I go into my YouTube and everything else in my studio, my hours are constantly moving. You know what I mean? I'm like, why weren't you moving like that when you know what I mean? Why didn't I see them? I felt like every 2 days is when I could actually see the numbers change. Even the day I got monetized. So I had started just watching my views and watching it through the views. And I looked up and I said, wait a minute, these views jumped up drastically. Then that mean that these hours should have jumped. I looked, they didn't. Then I went again, they still hadn't added up. And then I went the next time and it was everything was checked off. And I just thought of the day when I went on there and the only thing that was checked off is that, that I had authenticated my, account. And I remember saying, man, I can't wait till this thing is full. When it says I got 1,000 subscribers, when it says I got these 4,000 hours, I can't wait to get to it. But like I said, the greatest thing is as long as you get to it, being you. I didn't take no shortcuts. I didn't ride nobody's bandwagon. I didn't sell my soul. I didn't make deals with the devil. I didn't none of that to get up in here. I'm being me, and that's why I don't rush it. I mean, I got monetized, and like Rimrock, you got way more subscribers than me. I have 1,400 subscribers. I got monetized on the 31st of October is the day I officially put in the thing to monetize. But this journey has been, like I said, I every 100 subscribers I did a video for it. And if you pay attention, sometimes it will go like when I hit 300, Susan, I know you remember when I hit 200, we didn't hit 300 for like another month. And sometimes it was slow. And sometimes, like I said, it was. I mean, um, but you have almost 3,000 subscribers. So, and I tell you, Rimrock, just do those shorts every day. Do a short every day. Do some uploads every day, and it'll help too. It'll shift that shit into overdrive. Like, for example, yesterday, I had planned on going live twice, but then I got caught up to messing with this green screen, trying to figure out what screens I needed to order to do my floor ceiling part of my green screen. And don't get me started on that. But anyway, I started thinking about that. Um, okay, okay. Well, you should be checking too because you're so close that when you hit it, you want to go ahead and monetize as soon as you do it, so that you can get to the other side of that. I'm trying to think of where's that. I pay very much attention. I stay in my analytics and understand that because one, my analytics will show me what they say everybody want to hear me talk about, but you got to learn to talk about what you need. Every day ain't gonna be the same conversation. One. And then two, I mess with my analytics because paying attention to my views, my watch time, all that stuff, sometimes it can be depressing. And sometimes it can help you out. So it can let me know, like, okay, I want to drop a video short. So like I dropped a video and I think I dropped 3 shorts yesterday. And that's what I dropped. But yesterday on views, which is not high, but like I said, when you start in the beginning, everything gets a high. So, like I said, I try to on my low day do at least 1,000 views to my channel per day. So then you figure out in 28 days that's 2,800. But you want to keep going up. And you just keep building that up. And every day I can't just give a drama to get to these views. So drop shorts. They always work. They work for me. They work for me. I know it's days that I've had 4,000 views for the day, and 25 of that came from shorts. 35 of that came from shorts. So I always say the shorts are a good thing to always drop in ham. But yeah. Hmm. Everything we do is on God's time. There ain't nothing we gonna do because it's on our time. Because if it's on our time, it happened as soon as we did it. Hey, I don't want you to think I'm rushing you or telling you none of that. I'm not. I'm just telling you because the truth of the matter is that even to myself, when we think about the monetizing part, people want to get monetized so you can start putting it in to get revenue. But it's not going to just come in revenue. So I have to start having ways to make sure that I know how to keep always getting views so that I'm going further out into these algorithms and more people can see me and the more views and the more, you know what I mean? So as it builds and builds, because like I said, you already almost got 3,000 subscribers. So as it grow and grow, that's what I'm saying. So that was all I was saying. But trust, I'm not trying to rush you. And it happens when it's meant to be. And at the time it's supposed to. So I trust me. Feel the love. How you doing? Oh yeah, no. Like I said, I know. And that's what tell you already that you know you're doing good. Because like I said, look at your numbers. That's what tell you everything right there. And I honestly like one of the things I don't even know more because when you hit that 1,000, the next mark that I'm, to me is 25, then 5, then after 5, the next one is on the greater side to be 10 because it's the first double digits. Um, but then after 10, my next goal to me is 50. It ain't even 20, it's 50. And then after 50 is 100. And after 100, I don't want to hear about it till it's 500. Then, well, I'm not to hear about it, but that's how I look at the numbers. As I look at them when I'm looking at them as far as those numbers. Hmm. What I say, like you said about with time and everything else, I just tell myself, well, the good thing is that as it's building and as things build up, it gives me time to make sure I got everything in line. I'm better working with my editing. I get this software to my computer that I want for this editing software. You know what I mean? And so that I'm ready to do the things I want to do, which is skits, fun, shit like that, stuff of that nature. But I can't do it if I don't have the stuff. But yeah, like I said, sorry about that. But yeah, it's a process, and that the better the time I've had is so I could do things to get myself. Thanks, Brain Rock. Thank you for the super sticker. hmm Um, but yeah, and that's the thing I like is that you get to take the time to do what you know and be you and be you. Like Ramrock, I love when you do like the little go to the restaurant, do the food reviews. I love when you talk about the music. Go over there to your partner's crib and y'all making music and shit like that. That's you. When you out there getting the car all shiggity sharp, that's you. When you come over here, y'all know I'm gonna be silly, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And by keeping it a buck with you, I'm keeping it a buck with me. I'm in here telling y'all, man, I'm telling you, the more you love, you bump with these people saying. And you know, and I also say, because I've been saying this since the beginning, you remember when you got older and you said, man, if I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, the internet will make you test that because now you know better. So when people be like, oh, they be acting like high school, or it be like this on the internet, yeah, it does be just like that on the internet. But you know better. So do better. I had to check out his this morning live. I seen yesterday because even if I watch on the thanks again, Ramrod, even if I watch it on the recap, I watch his lives. And sometimes I'm actually sitting there listening, and the thing might be I'm in the shower. I'm outside with Nino, so I just have my earphone and not the phone. But I be listening. But I didn't listen this morning. Eagles! King! Where have you been? How have you been? How have you been? Oh, I'm so mad I can't come on camera. Because I don't know what's going on with my thing. Every time I go to try to come on camera, it tells me that I have a brow. I have a camera or a mic open. I don't have either one. I don't have either one going on, but whatever's. What ifs? How are you doing? Yes, check out Renrock's channel. You have such a good spirit, Renrock. Don't never change that. You know what I mean? Never change because that is a part of you. Everything you've been through in life and anything you've been through in life, you know it. And you still are a good person and you want to see everybody win. And sometimes you that remind me of me because I want to see everybody win. And the saddest part was I didn't think I deserved to win. And that's what I know. And then God said, never get on when it's my time. It's your time now. It's your time. And because it's your time, the time don't come just because of monetization. It's your time. It's your season. Yes, we have missed you, Eagles. Mm. Hmm. Oh, you know, storms will come. Mm-mm-mm. They do. They come. It's good to see you, and I'm so glad that God gave you an umbrella through them storms because you're here in sound mind and body. Oh, don't be nervous. It's okay. You know, when I get nervous, I know greatness is coming. Because I get this nerve in my feeling in my stomach, and sometimes it make me nervous and make me bag up because I'm scared. Because once again, I tell you, if nobody, it was me who used to think I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. And always a pleasure to have you and to see you. Yeah, but sometimes the nervousness is good because it's letting me know. And then sometimes it's a warning to still let me know. But sometimes it's good nerves. It's that good nerve, like right before you finna perform on stage and you a little nervous. And by 5 minutes into your set, you thinking to yourself, how was I ever nervous? How didn't I just come out here and, you know what I mean? It flowed. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear loud, Nina? Say that again. Scream that in the back. Scream that. Scream that. I'm telling y'all. I'm a survivor. I just won't give up. I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm nothing without him. You deserve it. You deserve it. Because, like I said, I'm telling you, that was one of the biggest things in me. In my life, I felt like, you know what, if you could just make it better for everybody else, it'll make up for anything you wronged or anything you felt or anything you done or anything you thought about doing. And then it got to points where I'd just be like, well, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not meant to do that. It ain't for me. It ain't my time. God, when God got it, he'll just make it happen for me. But see, he told me that he was giving me the road. I was choosing not to go down it. He gave me the strength. He didn't put me out here for no reason. So good or bad, I'm gonna have to work for somebody. So I'm gonna have to either lead it for the better or the worse. You know what I mean? Life is gonna show me which one it's gonna be. I'd love to tell y'all everything was perfect and it was okay and it was a walk in the park. I'd love to tell you I'm not. I'm not gonna tell you it's perfect because I know it ain't never gonna be perfect. Perfection don't come to us. Gods are perfected. We aren't gods. Sis Tina, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. Okay, well, you get whatever you need done. Yeah, we're praying for you. We're sending love to you. And we will see you. Well, we will miss you. But like I said, if I'm in the building, I carry my minds and my heart. So they are always in the building. Always in the building. Because they love and they support us, help build the building. So they're always in the building. Mm-hmm. But one thing you got to remember, and I tell myself this: if I want everybody else to win, that means I'm standing in the winner's circle. Which means I have to win too. Because even the people that I'm watching win, if I lose, some of them will believe they didn't really win because they're watching me, who they believe is a winner, lose. See, one thing come with that thing about being a boss is when I'm a boss, there's a big response. Like, it's not that I can't fall. It's just that I got to remember in my fall, I'm going to pull down others with me because I'm a boss. And it's going to be people who was riding on winning because I was standing strong. And so I got to win too. In this winner circle, I got to win too. Hmm. We sent out for prayers on you earlier. We definitely are sending prayers and love. That's right. They send out prayers and love. That's right. Yeah, but like I said, we all are going through. Some days I want to go to work every day, but I do know that one of the reasons that I am even going into surgery is because even though I don't work a lot, I have put an extra strain to my eye by working. And some days I want to just go, I'm like, man, then because we'll start thinking with that, oh man. But then I just have to be thankful that there's a way made and I'm surviving and I'm making it. I'm not struggling, you know what I mean? So in that, it's like, count your blessings. Because if my health was better, I'd do more. But I can't do more than weaken down my health, then be surprised that one day I can't do nothing. I gotta win. I deserve to win. You deserve a win. So definitely don't pass it up. hmm We are definitely praying for you, Tina. We are definitely praying for you. But yeah, like I said, don't be afraid. Oh, that song came to my head. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. Don't be afraid. Mm-mm. Open your heart and you'll see it's real. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here because it's almost 1 o'clock, and I definitely gotta put something together so I can go ahead and do what I gotta do before I go to work. Because there's no doing it after work at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Who knows what the day will bring? Who knows what the day will bring? But I do plan to drop an upload, and I do plan to drop a couple of shorts today. So that I definitely plan to do. And if I can get back somewhere in between that, I will pop in and say, hey, y'all, don't forget to send love and prayers to each other. When you don't see people around, don't think that they might have went somewhere else and they ignoring you. They might just be going through. They might just be going through. And since we real people really coming up in here and seeing each other, please note that real life is really going on all around us. Eagles, welcome back. We have missed you. I'm just so glad that whatever you going through, that one, you are a testament of putting God first, and two, that you are doing better enough that we see you here again. Ren, don't be afraid. You deserve a win. You are a king. You deserve a crown. And let me tell you something. Getting to 1,000 subscribers is not what makes the crown. Coming on here and not giving up and giving us a part of you is what gave you a crown. So as long as you do that hashtag, brother, you winning. To my team, and we definitely are praying for you and sending good vibes and good energy to you. I can feel your energy as soon as you came in the room, and we sending love to you, sis. We sending prayers to you. Mom Ann, I hope you're having a good doctor's appointment, nurse visit today with your nurse. Everybody, I'm sending you love. I'm sending good vibes to you. Thanks for sending them to me. Thanks for being in here. Thanks for being encouraging to each other. Thanks for laughing with each other. Thanks for asking about each other. Thanks for, you know what I mean? Thanks for it. Thanks for the good conversations. Thanks for telling me about the huckleberry because I'm definitely going to try it. I want to see. I've never heard of huckleberry before. But I definitely want to try it because I'm your huckleberry, And yeah, just, man. I'm just thinking we were speaking earlier, people losing family members. So let's send love to each other. You know what I mean? We can laugh and everything else, but one of the things that make it best with these crowns is that we send love to each other. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. And I've learned these days too. I gotta start confessing with my tongue the things I really want, not the things I fear. Not the things I've done or the things that hurt, but the things I want. And I won't stop hollering out my mouth till they so. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at. I ain't gonna try to be nowhere at. Yes, yes. Love is love. Mm-hmm. And it don't boast, it don't brag. It's none of those things. It's none of those things. But it definitely is a cushion and a comforter. So, like I said, when people think I'm trying to be perfect, I'm just trying to love. I've been hated enough. I've hated enough. And like I said, I still got traits in me I'm still working on and got to fix. But all I'm telling us is to take care of that temple, love yourself. You have to. God made us all each tailor made and individual. But you got to know you and love you first, or you're going to give out tainted love. And I wish I could love the world the way God loves me. But just the fact and what he's forgiven me for, how dare me, I don't hold people to what they did. Unless they thinking they better, then I'll remind them. But yes, y'all, love on each other, say prayers for each other, sing goodbyes to each other. You see each other in these YouTube screens. Ask how you doing. Say hello. You know. And that's it, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here and go get something to eat. And I will talk to you later. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Sorry I had to be off camera, but it tells me I have two cameras open, and I don't know what the other one is. But I will catch you all later. Have a good one. See ya.